Hey coaches, okay. Today I wanted to share with you some ways to get your personal development in that won't be so boring or maybe time consuming for you as reading a book, sitting down and taking the time out of your day to sit still. I've heard a lot from you guys that you're just really struggling in that area. We all know that personal development is very important to get, our mindset in the right place. But at the same time, we're busy, getting our workout in, dealing with our families and our kids, and, just the daily struggle of getting things done. So personal development takes the back burner. So what I have done is switched to audio because for so long I thought that, I need to have a book in front of me. I need to have my highlighter. I need to have my notes. The situation had to be perfect to get my PD in. Well, in reality, if you wait for perfect circumstances, you're not going to get it done. And so it's better to be done than to be perfect. So this is what I'm doing. I'm listening to audio. I'm plugging in the earbuds while I'm doing laundry, while I'm doing the household chores, while I'm driving down the road to get it in. So I wanted to share with you how I'm doing that. So as you can see, I have an iPhone. That's what's up on the screen right now. So I'm not sure how this will be with an Android phone, but this is how it looks on an iPhone. So what I'm going to do is take you to the App Store. So the first thing that you'll want to do is go to the App Store. You're going to search for Audible, as you just saw, if you don't already have this on your phone. Audible, and actually you want Kindle on there too, because I'm going to show you a quick trick. Kindle and Audible. And then you want to download both of them. They're both free. Of course, it's not going to let me download them because I have them. Okay, so this is going to show you what the app is going to look like. Of course, yours is going to be empty because you don't have any audiobooks. All right, so Audible is free. A lot of times people think that Audible, you have to have a subscription to it. There is a paid version. Honestly, it's not worth it. It wasn't, in my opinion anyway. I had it for a little while and I ended up canceling it. You can look into it if you want at audible.com, but just in my opinion, it wasn't worth it. For me, there was a lot of free resources. There were cheaper ways for me to get my Audible books. Okay, so with that being said, I just want to quickly walk you through some of the ways that I get money in, some of the things that I do, some of the perks, different things like that. So first of all, you'll see the books that I have here. And I'm just, kind of scroll through there. Here's the books that I'm listening to. And so what I'm actually listening to right now is this one. And it's called The One. And something that I like about this is I can adjust the speed. This guy talks just a bit slow for me. And so if I click on speed, you see where I can adjust the speed. So I can speed him up, I can slow him down, whatever it is that I need to do. So, kind of play around with that as far as your listening speed goes. I can also take a clip of the book if I
competition.
Press play and
Dickens never had Scrooge utter these words as he took command of his.
Let's say that I want to, add a note that, that was, I'm just going to put sample of Coach Call. And then I'm going to save it. Okay. That's a clip. See, this was a big issue for me because I was like, I'm not going to be able to take notes. I'm not going to retain anything that I listen to. With this, I actually am. So I just needed to do a bit more research with it. So that's a really good thing to be able to do. Okay. So Something else, as far as that goes, if you want to go back and look, at any of the chapters, you can do that. They're all listed there. If you want, like these 3 dots here, this is going to give you some more information, about your book. As far as your clips and your bookmarks, see all of those clips that I have saved. You can play them. You can go to that bookmark. You can share them. So a lot of times what I'll do is I'll email them to myself, and then I'll listen to them, and then I'll type it out a little bit. So yeah, it's got some good information there as far as that goes. All right. So of course, then again, there's all the books. Something that I really like about this is if I click on like these 3 dots, The Gifts of Imperfection. This is a book that I like to gift a lot, but it's kind of expensive to gift. But if somebody is new to Audible, I can gift it for free. So if I send this book, I can send it through email, through message, or messenger. And if it's their first book, it's on Audible. So if you guys have never received a book through Audible, through a friend, let me know, and I'll send you something that I have. So I think that's pretty awesome that they do that. You can view the book details, of course, rate it, review it, mark it as finished. So that's a couple of things there as far as your library goes. As far as Discover, I don't typically do a lot there just because I search for all my books in Amazon. It's just easier for me. You can search for books that you want there, and if you find one that you like, you can add it to your wish list, and then it will show up in your Amazon list. And that's another thing, Amazon. Excuse me, Amazon. If you're like me, you love Amazon. And I know some of you already have Amazon Prime. It's the bomb. There are so many perks to Amazon Prime. So if you don't have it, kind of look into it. It's $99 a year, and you get, free shipping, very fast shipping. You get free music, free video. You get free books, free audio, not on everything, but, on select things. So definitely look into it. So that's what I'm going to show you next as far as these channels go. So I'm going to click on channels. And these featured channels is what I'm going to show you. Make sure I'm at the top. Nope. Okay. So from the top, of course, like all of this is free content. Okay. All of this is free content. None of this is anything that I'm paying for. Besides what you saw on my library. Those, I paid for those books. All right. Oh, Sweet John calling me. Okay, so I'm just going to browse. Like, you can kind of look through here. I'll show you some things that I like to listen to. But what I want you to pay attention to, especially if you are a Prime member, is the audiobooks. Okay, these are the books that are going to be for free with your Prime membership. You're going to click audiobooks. And then the personal development books are going to be this You and Improved audiobooks. These are the books that are free for you. And look at that first one, No Excuses by Brian Tracy.
Their families.
Does that look familiar? We did this as a team in a group together. 21 Ways to Achieve Lasting Happiness and Success. It was a 21-day group. We read it together. We did our workouts together. Yeah. So this is a good one. I really like this book. It really helped to put things into perspective. Yeah, and of course, Brian Tracy is awesome with, anything, time management, and setting goals, those types of things. And of course, you've got some other books as well. I can't really say anything about them because I haven't read any of them, but take a look at all those. Especially if you're a Prime member, you've got those for free. All right. All right. As far as channels go, you can add like some of these to your favorites. or that you follow. So that's what I was going to show you, some things that I follow. Not so much for personal development, but for content. I like to follow some of these things, like these editor picks are good, like for like to think of content for like some of your posts. But like, again, like I said, it's not going to be personal development, but especially these TED Talks. I really like to listen to these. It's got some really good content as far as that on, you know, I mean, remember to say thank you. Can prejudice ever be a good thing? You know, dare to disagree, like just all kinds of good stuff as far as that goes. And I just follow those and listen to them, you know, as I have time. So that's really it as far as the Audible app goes. And getting in some personal development, you know, in your time when you're already busy doing things that you have to do anyway. So you might as well be doing it effectively and plug in some earbuds and listen, right? All right, real quickly, because I don't want this call to be long, I am going to show you some things on Amazon of how I actually download some books that are Audible, that are pretty, that are fairly cheap. And you know what? I'm actually going to stay with this because I wanted to show you one thing real quick. All right, so if you have Kindle and you already have some books on Kindle, this is something I do want to show you because I think this is pretty neat. Let's say you already have some books on Kindle. Something that I didn't realize, that a lot of Kindle books already have like an audio companion. So if you go to, you know, the little menu bar here and you click on that, and then I scroll down to where it says audio companions. These are all the books that I already have that have an audio companion available. So all I need to do is click on each one of those and add it to my wish list, okay? And you're gonna find that it's a lot cheaper to purchase these, okay? Whereas, you know, and I'll show you that. All right, so I would start there, you know, because if you're like me, you know, I purchased Yes Please, and I haven't read it. I haven't even started it. Present Over Perfect, same thing. The Millionaire Next Door, same. You know, so I don't know if you're like that, but that's I do some of that. So anyway, all right, so let's move over to Amazon, just like I said, really quickly. So I'm going to log in there, and I should be logged in. So first I wanted to show you my wish list on some of those books that I already have. So if you go to your account and then your list, and I have so many lists, and I like to like separate them by category so I know, like, you know, if I'm struggling with something in particular, like, you know, my eating, like, okay, I need to get a book on eating, so I've got some, you know, in there. So I'll go, okay, which book do I need to pick from that? So I already kind of look. But okay, let's say I've got some audiobooks saved already that I'd already purchased. Let's see, which one was I going to show you? Okay, so like this Yes Please. It's, I think it's like $11.95, and it's going to show me. Great news, you already own the Kindle edition, so you can add the audio for $6.99. And so like the list price is $24. So you save a lot of money on doing it that way. So if you already have the Kindle, if that makes sense. Let me see if it's going to show like for these other ones just really fast. any of these others will show. Yeah, okay. This one might be 1149 anyway. This present over perfect, 1149. Yeah, it's 1149 anyway. A lot of times it will go ahead and show me what the price is. But anyway, if you have some and then you add them to your list, it's going to show that it's discounted because you already have it. Okay, one last thing. If you go to departments and you're going to search for some ebooks, books and Audible. So departments, books and Audible, Kindle books. And you're probably like, okay, why are we looking for Kindle books? I'm going to show you why. And then there's 3 categories that I typically search for: business and money, health, fitness, what is that? Health, fitness, and dieting, and self-help. Those are the 3 categories that I typically look through to find books that I want to look at. I also will Google like top books to read for confidence, or it's something that I'm struggling with, because that's what personal development is all about, is finding something that you struggle with and reading on it. It's personal. That's exactly what it is. It's not asking me, Mandy, what's the best personal development book that you've read? And that's not how it works. Okay, so I've already got these in my list, so I'm just going to show you this example. This will be the last thing that I'm going to show you. So for this example, this book, I thought it was just me. Making the journey from what will people think to I'm enough. Okay, so the Kindle book is $13.99. If I just bought the audio, it's $21.95. Okay, but if I have the Audible membership, it's $14.95. Okay, so yeah, you save some money there. But if I buy the Kindle book, then I add the Audible narration, it's $4.49 for that. Okay, so what? $14 plus almost $5, $14, $19, right? You're spending $19 for both. So that's how a lot of the books work. So that's typically what I do personally. So yeah, that's what I do personally. So it's totally up to you. Kind of play around with Amazon to see what the best way, for you to do that would be, and go from there. Now, I'll show you one more. That was going to be the last thing. One more thing I'm going to show you. New Prime Reading is where I just clicked on. If you're a Prime member, am I pushing Prime membership too much? Okay, so featured in Prime Reading. Let's see. Where do I go for Prime Reading? Business and money. Let's see here. Let's go to this one, the habit stacking. Does it have audio? Okay, so yeah. So if you have Prime membership, this book you download, it's free, okay? But let's say I want the Audible. It's just $5.95 to get the Audible. So then I can get the Audible and I have that, okay? So another reason to have Prime membership, all right? So hopefully that will help you to get some personal development in and actually, start listening to it. Some cheaper options, because I know books and audio, they're not cheap, but this will help you to get that in and, really start doing some personal development. So if you have questions about it, let me know.